Hey, listen, real quick. I wanted to share something with you that I thought of last night. Man, I need a way to. I need a way to do my videos with headphones on, where it look like I don't have headphones. You know the little monitor things that artists wear on stage and praise teams wear. Well, I ordered some of those Sennheisers, and I could hear myself, but it just don't sound like this. So you guys may see me doing more of my. Now my ear itching. You may see me doing more videos with my headphones on because uh, it helps me to hear me. Now I understand what singers be going through when they're on stage. I guess I don't know. Anyway, that's not what the message is for today. The message for today. So I was thinking about something last night. Here's what. So now I don't have all the details because, well, I don't have the details to what happened, which is the point that I'm going to make. Okay, just stay with me. So last night I was getting ready. I was going to bed. Um, I put the food up, cut the lights off. I thought about something. I still cannot remember what it was. I thought about something that I either wanted my wife to do or something she didn't do or something to that effect. I remember thinking to myself, she didn't even blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it was. But I also remember thinking in that same moment, man, I ain't finna worry about that. That's who she is. I don't, whatever. I'm not finna get upset about that. And the fact that I did not let it take root is the reason. I can't remember what it was, but it was when that happened, when I got in the bed, when I wrote the post that I made on Facebook about um, when you get to the place of accepting your partner, accepting that they are who you married, you'll begin to enjoy life better. Because that's what I experienced when in my mind, whatever the thing was, I determined that's just who she is and let it go. Um, whatever normal stress would come in situations like that didn't come, which then by default means if I can expand that, multiply that, then I'm enjoying life better. And that was the point of my post. But I wanted to do this video to dive a little deeper, just a little deeper, not necessarily deeper, but to explain um, better to you. See, most people get married. I tell people all the time, nobody marries who they think they marry. Nobody. Now, maybe nobody is extreme. That's 100%. But if I had to pull back because I don't have research, I'd say 98, 99% of the folk who get married don't marry the person they thought they married. The reason being, uh, most, and I can't prove most, but I do believe it's most. Because, see, what we see with our natural eyes, the physical stuff that we see, there's so much more to life than meets the eye. And I'm not even talking about the spiritual realm where God is necessarily. I'm just talking about everyday life, like our feelings, our thoughts, how we operate, all that kind of stuff. So when you get married, the person you think you married is not who you think you married, because most of what made you marry them or what you love about them or what you like, you made it up. Most of it. Here's what I mean. And this is just one. Now, this is one example. And of this, with this one example, multiply it by hundreds or thousands. Okay. We'll go with hundreds to make it more realistic for you, but I'm sure it's thousands. Here's the situation. When you're dating, you see him uh, opening your doors. So you determine he's a chivalrous man. But then you also, unbeknownst to you, make a lot of other assumptions and conclusions about him because of how he's operating just in this space. Go on, and the relationship is good. Both of you are interacting with each other. A little bit of what you're experiencing, but mostly the meaning you're giving to the experience, right? So fast forward, you get married. Now he opens the door every now and then. Okay, not a big issue. But some of the other things that you assumed that is now gone away because, see, in your mind, you have an idea of what a good man is. You have an idea of what a good man is. And she has one, and she has one, and she has one. So everybody has an idea. So the only reason you chose this brother is because you thought he fit into your idea. And so now, as you're getting to know him at a more intimate level, because now we're living together, you're starting to realize the things that you thought he had, he don't have. But here's how you frame it: he tricked me. He lied in the beginning. He showed me his representative. Uh, what I think is more likely to have happened is you got married to your idea, and now your reality is conflicting with your idea. That's why I tell people my goal is to help you to divorce your idea so you can stay married to your reality. Now, here I am in this marriage, and I'm married to my idea. You are going to struggle trying to make your partner be what you made up in your mind before you ever met them. You did. You made it up. Now, when I say you made it up, I'm not saying you sat down and doodled it and, you know, but all of your societal influence, your family influence, your needs and your wants, none of what you made up about what you wanted a partner was based on the person you chose. None of it. But you expect them to come in and be what you've always wanted. That's not possible. Not possible. So, wisdom says the sooner you can get to the place to where you're not fighting about uh, who's going to put the toilet paper roll back on, not fighting about them not comforting you the way that you need automatically. The sooner you can stop fighting about who's going to clean what and who's going to bring home what and who's going to do what, and accept the person that you chose. Now, assuming it's not toxic, I'm not saying settle for toxicity and, you know, nobody beating on you and stuff like that. So I'm, again, as I always say, I'm talking about regular relationships. But the sooner you can accept who you have and grow, the sooner you'll be able to really enjoy life. Because I was thinking this on Saturday actually, and then that happened yesterday on Sunday. But I was thinking on Saturday, just randomly, I was thinking about, man, this marriage thing, I'm really starting to just kind of like get into the groove of it. And because divorce is not on the screen, right? Divorce is not an option, meaning that's I'm not quitting again. So like my wife gonna have to move somebody in and beat me with a wet stick every day in order for me to leave. And then I'm just gonna go to the backyard. I'm not divorcing. That's between me and God. But anyway, since divorce is not on the table for me, and then even more so, uh, because I've determined that she not gonna let me go, the fear of losing this is not a thing anymore. And here's the thing: the fear of losing your marriage may be a fear of yours, but it may be in your subconscious, so you don't know that that's a fear, right? One of my things I try to do is help bring what's in your subconscious to the conscious. Even if you can't think about it, let you know, hey, this is probably going on in your subconscious if you see this behavior, right? So that's why I talk about the subconscious. But um, you not liking your partner, I mean, you being afraid of it ending is probably in your subconscious. So since that's off the screen for me, and I know I've convinced myself we gonna be together. I've convinced myself we're gonna fight and we're gonna make up. And when we fight, she's not my enemy. When she's disrespectful, she ain't trying to be. When I hurt her, I ain't trying to. And I'm just talking about me actually. So whenever she do whatever, I've put it in the box of either that's who she is and I need to learn to accept it. If it's a wrong behavior, by the way, wrong is determined by God, right or wrong determined by God, not by you or your spouse. So if it's a just a difference that I don't like, I got to grow to accept it. If it's a right or wrong, I got to be patient and give that to God. And that's it. The rest of it is just me doing life. because now I'm getting less frustrated with what I get from my wife that is not ideal to what I would have wanted in a wife if I had designed my wife myself. But here's what I'm convinced of, and I don't know if you, this just came to my mind. If I had designed my wife myself, she let me tell you how perfect she would be. She'd have the perfect shape. She'd have the perfect she'd have the perfect voice tone, right? She'd have the perfect soft skin. She'd have the perfect hair. She'd have you know, I'm creating her. Okay, so uh, she's gonna have the most perfect lips, just like my wife. My wife has the perfect lips. So, um, so she's gonna have all these things, but here's what she's not gonna be able to have because I'm creating her, and by me creating her, that don't make me God. That just make me a man who's creating her. She's not gonna be able to um, be my life partner. She's not gonna be able to fit me the way the one God sends will fit me in, watch this, 10 more years. Because why? I can't see 10 years from now, but he can. And when he chose the one he chose for me, let me correct that because I don't want to confuse you guys. I don't literally mean chose, like he didn't choose her, I chose her. Okay. I did a thing on soulmates. I hope you guys saw that. But anyway, this one, God understands what year 5, what year 10, what year 18 looks like for me and for her. And so putting us together meets needs that I don't even know I have yet. So wisdom says, again, in case you did not hear what wisdom said, wisdom says, learn to accept the person that you married. Learn to divorce your ideas so you can stay married to your reality. I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot of stress. Now, ultimately, when clients come in my office, if I dumb it all the way down to the core, that's the issue. You're not like me. You're not like me. Or you're not like what I would have designed. Problem is, I chose you because I thought you were, or you were confused. All of us are. We're limited in our understanding, limited in what we can see, right? That's why you got to trust God. But get over yourself, get out of your pride, grow to the place to where you can deal with someone like your partner. What if they not if what if they decide? Well, what if they do decide? But what if they never grow in the areas that you would like them to grow so that your life can be easier? Here's the thing. The areas where you have this idea of what marriage is. Let me tell you, and I got to get off here because I could tell I'm about to go on a tangent, but marriage is God's idea, right? Marriage is God's idea, but you have an idea of how you want marriage to be. And that's fine. The problem is how you want marriage to be. You've added so much stuff that's different than the creator of marriage. You're weighing yourself down. Some of that stuff, it's like it's like what are like options of marriage you've made necessary for your marriage to be happy. And so you gonna suffer because that's not universal. Like you don't need a man who knows how to work on cars. You don't need a wife who knows how to cook in order for you to have a healthy marriage. You don't need a wife to know how to cook, clean, wash clothes. You don't even need a wife that comes ready knowing how to take care of a child. You don't need that. All that can be learned, right? Or you learn it. And I know I'm way out in the stratosphere, but my point is if you just work on you being your best self and get up off of them being their best self, pray for them. If you married a good person, that's the only, if the foundation is good, if you married a good person, but a different person from you, which by default, that's all we got, make it work. Make it work. Okay? That's what I got for you today.